county chetana ine osichire square house county bune ya Nakuru county ya Murang'a, Kiambu, Nairobi, abantu bechinse muchia Naivasha, mwensi ipi ine mwatinyo rigwetera chitivi chenu gose bado online mogotorigere gomotabanga konya tuanarira mangana online anyway. No, come on. Kunaweza jaribu ingine, si ndio? But abantu bali babokire kurwa se county ya Kisii, chi constituency chonsi kiandamo na chi county mone county ya Nyamira, chi constituency chonsi nye. Of course chi county chitetana ni county ya Migori, county ya Kisumu, county ya Siaya, county ya Homa Bay, county ya Narok, county ya Kericho, county ya Bomet, mone chinde chinyenge. Karibuni mwensi, tubeto kunyara gusanga asobwa mumurobero n'enyoni. Joan Kwamboka na Italiane. Chitariki 15 mutinyi no mutangani mwaka no gwechiri 2025 na mange sana na beri kunyara ukwariganiria ayutura kunyara ko bato kunyara gusanga asobwa mo 0768790470 nere namba yesimi ye studio nabo kunyara kungakire simi ko sontomere msms aso kunyara gusanga na inche emambia lero karibu Elitobeto kunyara kubate kibago asobwa mo kwikachinsiringa isato chiamambia Joan Kwamboka na Italiane director Zzaki Kenya nero rasense mwendi studio aso kunyara kwene kibuna chibichana mariugi aberega kunyara kwekera ase enchira yobwekerano kurwese county ya Kisii county Nyamira onsina mange na bere kunyara kwariganeria uturati kunyara kuyachambua ase obwekerano kegima Josephat omwege password ashaingia anasema good morning Murwani George Mwereza kuteba good morning Joan Ogembo iko well tuned asante Edwin Machabako tebanga Kuroiga Kisii Mwembe watching live asante sana aya Jared Kagaka abeba uyugi akoteba kurubongonta pamoja with my wife Judy asante Eric Jackson anasema from JKA ako locked ndani thank you Andrew Choki daktari Kuruitibo City Kisii County niko ndani tuned in pamoja asante sana mbusirengi yako rubonchari bomwancha niko ndani Isaac Nyandieka hotebanga good morning all the way from Doha Qatar watching live from Nyarenda Machoge Chache hawa wamke ndani ya kipindi Richard Onwonga family Pastor Christopher Makori family from Igege na Onwonga Nyamache family at large asante sana bonse basoira somorobere Robert Onyancha hoteba kurumunyata cha Nyamebo Catholic nomoruyo Lilian Kemunto Mao Modesta Bitengo na bana Masi Hezron Caleb na Rose Senda imeyomorovelio Musorwege Susu akoteba good morning Kerandi Dennis eke Musorwege Susu korona Kuru City Salams Club wekagachuba seito noara kubwati morovele mambia lero na chinga keche chuni moroche Joshua Junior akoteba kuruke nyoru primary Nyamache town watching live with my sweetheart Judy Kemunto Oirere Mam Joyce Nyaboke Joshua Dad Joshua Nyarwati na salimia brother Bernard Masongo Moyo sister Judy Bosibolio Moyo nephew Alex Obule wakiwa Bosingi wakwe na siku njema omwana Kangumo Simba Koruigari Rusinga Maiga ase senator Amaiga ase senator Esto Kenyuri Nyaituga next women rep Kisii County wamekubali Arumba Baby anasema kutoka Ebioski via Nyorobi South B Bemba Komwerio alafu jeria keribona na kororira otabanga bwakire bya korungumbu mana Bahrain Kingdom wekanka Kisii County of course kanyimbali mwakiage village kwa bekira bebuli bao Samuel Ongeri Maumino Maria Nongeri mwako Ben abana bao Masedga na Macdota kabana ba Mino Evelyn Rebecca Sylvia na Emily na Douglas na Julius ningere yeri tongo Jared Ouru na Fred Nyandika Musimana Caleb Rasuguna bategera libonsi batware ritko ligya alafu sura mbaya rosafi abatabanga bwakire bya ko Nairobi mkuru kwa Ruben nonde ime yomoroberio alright abagane gati abari babiri bakunyara gutuma cyujumbe mambia lero aso kunyara gusangana inche ase omoroberio gwenyoni emambi ya lero 39 na chichi abutokire igoro yechinsa 12 chamambia of course omwancho murigererio Kisii TV kerenge kenene no kunyara kwene kibuno omoroberio gwenyoni obere okunyara kogochera ase enchira yobwekirano nteto chake kurwa ase county Nyamira abwase maiga yeriberera lya siasa ko bali kunyara gokorokana omwako weta ase county Nyamira nemona ase chinse mucha county assembly na moncho au kunyaraga kuba kunyara wakorwe gati abo chencho monogeri gwe bunge yo korwa Enoko Kero gochase oyo kaberu MCA gwe ward ya Ekerenyo Tadius Nyabaro na kunyara komorusia majority leader we assembly yo yorenge Abel Mose kurase kema kia UPA na kunyara komwa George Morara oyore kema kia ODM ni golit kuregoro ase ege karokia bete kunyara gokorekana sama gochi assembly babete wa kunyara gwesokia na kunyara gokwanira ne mono igoro yemero biru babege tumwa kuyiga kujara kwene kibuna magendera bere kunyara kumwikira mwananchi kawaida me kaunti Nyamira egati ya biri babe twa kunyara kwana no yo kabero majority leader bwe bunge yugo sumurai wa bange Abel Musaskira tebri buna ibina biri abegeta sike gambero kya Nairobi anamwe yukinyara kumwira niko babuno mo raigwa banga se bunge yu obere ka kunyara kugituguterare na obera gotiga siasa nyinge ili aba kunyara gukorera abantu magenderero none gucika kietietie abarai bande babete bakunyara kumusire gati yabo omwe bwe ward ya Nyamira Township Duke Masirani gabera kunyara ko muchumo governor we county ya Nyamira umuske amoski mumenyali baskira kunyara ko mutebibuna usabere bakunyara ko musababu nabe gakunyara kwerusana ni kurwase oborai no bokoreri bwe county assembly askeri batebre buna abanyara kubatiga eri bakunyara gukora monchori ao kolengana nirichiko chigastirisa tobaire chire registration, representation amo na legislation na oversight.
Oyo kabairo monogeri bwe bunge ya Nyamira Abel Mose inse kiombekia United Progressive Alliance UPA nigerusirie ase kesi kia bege twebosibwe kegambere kenene aria Nairobi ikikia lima mincha yokorusigwa ase keroge kiona barabanga se bunge yuo ayanika ko chama yaba na chebi na bali abakuringoria na kogorora mangana yebiyama gwanchira no bocholi bo MC obagichora George Morara we kiombekia ODM abuno moteneri bwa bango mochole
lero igana tebere na ase kesi kirkia appeal. I'm not part to it. I've withdrawn my name from there. Na ndengo sabanga as the party yaito ya UPA. Tubuaterane amano mugavano ito na abasikebon siasa assembly tore tomorembe asomwa koyo munyia.
Ukwana nabaliki Abel niga tebere buna ekerenga kiaye no koirania omaremba se bunge yu asaboliri aba MCA balia na barabo bali mamencha no boraibwe bunge yu bairane riyo bakole meremo amo.
Yenzota angebina bire kotini bono togota ne bina kilo montaru se bina biayo inchemune kina yateki appeal kio bolido majority dero igangwa kishera abantu ito Nyamira entage tomorembe Nyamira abantu ito akorerwe gasi ebirogo mbigo tokonya egendo toganetie abana inchi bakorwe gasi nege ntokanetie no morembe ase county assembly ya Nyamira aba MCA bali bonsi bali isuko incho assembly Nyamira mwensipe report tuchakega siamo ene tunyara gusuka onye kende kiroro tiga tuisaranse muri abantu bachorire toro kya masikanya sabantu tokora tunyara gukwanirana tunyara kuigwanana ede tunyara gusuka ni mutwe oyora cha assembly ekesikia okero nekesikia nyabaro obo speaker mbogo togerana ntogendera assembly onye barobue kesi biko gendera kotini tiabigendera kotini lakini assembly yasikwe
asense mendo mugavana wa Nyamira Amos Nyaliboni gagwa isigwe asogoswana no boraibwe bunge yu na gutaikerania meroberio eria bwenerete asibakogikerio boraibwe aye
ndagite kweranira umuskaberi ngamba yamono assist pwe na anda sama skania yuna bonta gitekero muntu oyo na intu ochore tuna barai anjira nengekara barai bago chorete bako bwatukire ancha na yura rau bone karonko rona nande numuskeo his excellency the governor tagite gwaso yo sobo gambe bwite bwi assembly ngangoro kero tayo nganto konyora morembe ekorota ko butete Dr. Mbati asobwate chinguru kikatiba nobody asked you Mbati bono ko gasereti mwana ndara asirire siko anzu chikonya konyorobo kongbo mwikika utita yokobori abane nyigwete ngo design bagasaine mininga none burayi bwa bwabero bokong so na intu raboto tagete kubori nga muni assembly otato chorera bono mu speaker inkyo musike his excellency tagete kuwe chandera gwasoyi asige into geta kubirongeti nga bono oli nete paka bakorie ga speaker county assembly yo moshara in the name of nga omusiko okero ni intu twamochorete okero intu twa mochorete na ande twikire twatebire ngasukake no ndara tora insurance boni gaba MCA na staff ye county assembly we don't have so omoshara ntu ana corona intu katukuigwa so no intu bona kitu tegete kotanga bono kujakara bono kogenderera omusike his excellency ntu ataka gutiga ngabono ntu tegete kono kumnyokani gatorenga na kitokoleta amagenderera abe ebire gitantu achanga chibese muna ba MCA chibese chao ja flagship project ntu wana komanya nki kuja gwakorera toranga kwabikira office ya governor nkoerere gentu giasironga kwa gatebete kale no etali na marabo kwa mabalirio korra umuirense na muntu ndi bwenzi bono gukagira nga assembly ne kale ngao assembly ya Nyamira na ya moije
kuripotera KCTV kurwase county ya Nyamira Ncheivon Moriasi.
Alright, hakurukunga Yvonne Muriasi kuruase county ya Nyamira na bibi karobia bete biko nyara gokorekana igo ase county assembly ya county ya Nyamira tumetinge birengero bya ombire bya nene mono ekero mwako moyo bere go kunyara guchaka abange beto twabere gatia bari twabere to kunyara ko batogwe soki na kunyara kugani buna amoncho raba kunyara gokorekana ase assembly ya Nyamira no molembo go kunyara gutoka ane mono egatia barai au ine. Is this a way of bringing change say county assembly ya Nyamira and change ekonyara gocha na growth na development? Is it governance ebengia? That is what I'm hoping for. Kolende ento chikunyara kuligira lichinchira au skuli gichinchira au echitora nyara gwikira abara au kurwa ase assembly eyo ya Nyamira litobe tukunyara gusangana baragwe ya masayemo anene mona asokunyara komanya emerobire babigite buna county assembly asokunyara kweneki buna umo rigereri berega ko se umumenyi bwe county Nyamira berega kunyara konyora magenderero ariaga netia se county eyo. Alright, chinga kie cheche ikikerengita bakenya imeyense ya Kenya ngima migori tkuregoro abarai bari batatu babetu bakunyara gochoru ko babuna aba waziri omutangani Mutahi Kagwe oyorengo mwaziri bobo chenwa se regime ya Jubilee gose inse yuburaibuae Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta nigobona betega ko agusabeta kunyara gochoru bwangoiga ko soa asekerugo buna omwaziri ogose kunyara goswa buno mwaziri buburimi na oburendi bwetugo agriculture and livestock uyibona litkuregoro beteba kunyara wikana na bosyo bwe assembly so kunyara kwiraneria amabori au William Kabogo yorengo mo governor monali kinyanjui nero rengo mo governor we county ya Nakuru nere negatia bali babeteba kunyara wikana mega William Kabogo kunyara kubaga kunyara gochorwa kunyara kubabuno mwaziri ase ensemo ya ICT amona liki nyanjui kunyara gosoa ase ensemo ya trade ngo chinde go confirm kidogo ono nigo litkuregoro babete bakunyara gwikira na bosyo bwe assembly yo abwase barenge kwiraneria amabori au naiga na bibi karobia bete bikunyara bakorekana anemono egatia bali babete bakunyara kubori gwa ama ebikorobia bya maega ngamono gosira kumunyaruka masike ino yo bwateranirie ogo kokwa kubwateraniria muno yo kabiro mu governor William Kabogo nigo chinga kiechecho igoro yebitoki bya bete bikunyara gosira ni chitenda au ngaki iyekere binyinyi bya COVID-19 byarenge imeyense yakini guse binyinyi by'enyama ebibwateranite mu oyo kabero mwaziri bobo cheno Mutahi Kagwe abwasabete bakunyara kwegerera kigimano nigo mbabete bakunyara kuroberia igati ya magendro au nemero biri babegete barachi kunyara gukorera umwana incho kawaida nyura igagocha maiga yo muraibwense yakini Muski William Samuel Ruto kunyara kubaga kunyara gukora monchoreri au ase ewizara gose asobora ibwae anene mono asense moye chi wizara au tera abantu ntangane tera baya kabere kolende eya gatatu.
Youth, there is fintech and agri-finance. These are the areas that the youth are going to be interested in. So in a nutshell, Mr. Chairman, the business of agriculture has got to be looked at from a profit and loss in order for us to make it worthwhile and in order for us to revive it. Agriculture for the youth must be made cool. It is too ordinary. It's too boring. Youth are not going to go there the way it is structured today. It's got to be something more exciting that involves technology, that involves new ways of doing things, that involves areas in agriculture that we have not quite spent, our time on. Things like hydroponics, aquaponics. These are areas that they are going to look at. The use of technology means that they are going to introduce new things in agriculture that do not currently exist. What does that mean, therefore? It means that the training that we are going to engage in, working together with the ministries of education, we have to look at the training that we are giving the agricultural sector, the agricultural student. What are we training them in? The future of agriculture is going to be in technology.
I think, Mr. Speaker, this is a good job for me as ICT and Digital Economy Minister, is that I managed while at Kiambu to digitize the entire revenue collection in Kiambu County, taking our revenues from 800 million a year to 2.7 billion in 14 months. I also managed to digitize the health systems such that there would be seamless work by doctors in treating Kenyans in all our Kiambu hospitals. Also had developed management information systems for Kiambu County so that from a dashboard, Mr. Speaker, I would be able to know exactly what is happening in each of the ministries, the 10 ministries. So really, that gives me a head start on, because
into a city in the year 2021, and in the same year I was voted the most business-friendly governor in Africa, and we take pride in some of this because they inform why we are also seated here today. Between the year 2022 to date, I retreated to my private business and had the opportunity to experience the country from the other side. And I say that because it is also important that when we discuss public policy, we also discuss it from where the public sees it. And I also had the opportunity to see how red tape affects business, how the cost of energy can hinder growth, and how taxation can impact businesses and hinder growth also. I also had experiences on how pending bills can bring businesses down, can impact on growth, and also how the management or mismanagement of politics can affect business across the country.
nabo ensemo y'obulingoli bwabete bokunyara gokorekana burit kuregora sawa batatu barenge kwiraneria amabori au ekaro kiabete yekunyara kora ubene amo no monogeri bwe assembly Moses Wetangula no ni gochinga kiechechio ekere ebyabete bikunyara gokorekana aburit gose pole ebyo byerengo korekana aburit kuregora busyo bwe assembly ine amonchiri nara mangawara chikunyara gocha ase assembly asentunde ya gatatu setingo kwanirabo Samson nganga goteba kurukia ngobo kioneri ya bwera maane agoteba ngakomokomo anvonkwara goteba nga watching live from Nyamasibi with my wife and my daughter Charity kwambisla agoteba kurujuja niko locked in asante. Karibu mwensi eritobeto kunyara kugendera gusanga asobwamo yes buna narenge kuburi mwancu muri gererio kise TV. Is it possible that amonchereria ande naende ngo chari bwangoiga ase a cabinet yomora ibwense why am I saying so a cabinet intangane kabage kunyara kubunu mwaka weta maiga yaba cyber agency kunyara kurubikana actually changes tigakorekana chintangane before that echya kabere nalireke yabete kunyara kubunwa echya gatatu chigakorekana in fact this is the fifth one that is going to happen now. Justin Muturi oyoro mwaziri of public service nigo ngoiga ataraba kunyara kwenyora gayane serikali ya Kenya Kwanza yumaega yere ko baga kunyara kwesoke na kunyara gukwana nabali kirit kure Jumapili marogoba askilia ne monage pere kunyara komochia serikali ya Kenya Kwanza insi oburayibwae William Samuel Ruto anemono igoro yoko beko mateka kwa basaye ase chinchira chitanchira nirose chinchira chigotebekana chitali ndonge na bwase babiri bakunyara kubwata nabantu batamanyiri abandi babiri bakunyara kwirani wasichinka cyabo nabandi babiri bakunyara gotoka basiriti amagimabo na bwase abeta kunyara kubweka nenga kekero mwana ye nera abeta kunyara koba egati abali babeta bakunyara gusira ase chinchira munecho kurende esenyenchere kunyara koba ase serikali murayibunsa kanyara komokonya kanyara konyoro mwana ye abwase abeta kunyara kurangirwa na DCI so kunyara kurikia nainde statement yae na litkurigoro emambi angechinsanya kanyara gwekira na bosio bwe egeka guse bosio bwa DCI aso kunyara kurikia statement yae na maiga yae ni gatebete buna tabwati boba bwansi na bagani komo butemeremo abwase bona abega kunyara komochianire mono obokoreri bwe serikali yoskiria goteba buna tari buronge kunyara koba bakunyara gokora guse bikora bunebyo byo kunyara kubwata basaye kogenderera bono ni gabarai awanene mono bare inse ye serikali ya Kenya Kwanza babere bakunyara gwesokia na kunyara komomochi Justin Muturi segetambukire kiabeteka kunyara koimokia abane nigo bakagerete ngansiasa abwase akagere kwerusia bisi yo bwango igano mo majority guseno mo whip omo chief whip bwe assembly ya guse National Assembly Silvanus Sosoro unaindoro mojumbe bwechinse cha South Mogirango abwasa tebiribuna ba moire Justin Muturi ebintu bitato abega kunyara gukora ritangani abega kunyara kwerusia bisi goseria kabere abega kunyara gusabo kwabera elio babe bakunyara kwebegi akorere goseria gatatu babe bakunyara komorusia bisi buna ba morusiti Rigathi Gachagua ntukiabere kunyara korete isia tofauti egati ya Bakenya ana nemono abara ikorwa chinse cha Mount Kenya kurenda siboniga aturanyara gotegera chinkwana chae Silvanus Sosoro ekirari ngokwana litkuregoro asigiti kya Nyamarambe kegotoka ime bunge ya South Mogirango.
Omubungo South Mogirango Silvanus Sosoro silitkulia rero nigamo chabara kurwa sensemo ya Mount Kenya sokoro kiwotesaneka kwabo wachase serikali ya Kenya kwanza nonya bakonya ketamono kurwa serikali iyo ukwana se stadium ya Nyamarambi kutoka se bunge ya South Mogirango nikoli tukulia rero Sosoro mochimo waziri oteneto bukoreri ase serikali ya Kenya wase public service performance and delivery management asirieta Justin Muturi asoko kikeria serikali iyo akora Uwango igani wa Muturi mochete serikali ya Ruto asukubeka mateka basae abubago sabubura yobuyana kuganwa mincha no burayi bwa Ruto na nonya naboni Sosoro amugania akora yega atato.
Juzi niliona waziri fulani akiita press akicastigate president, akicastigate security agencies. The level of pretense that we have in this government, in this country, iko juu sana. Wewe ni cabinet secretary, unaketi kwa cabinet, unaketi na rais kila siku, unaongea na polisi kila siku, unaita press kulia juu ya polisi Justin Muturi, na unajua sheria, ulikuwa speaker. Leo mimi nakuambia mbele hao watu wangu, ile kiboko tulipiga Gachagua ndio inakuja kwako. You resign ama nikutoe. Justin Muturi, you have 3 options. Ya kwanza, resign. Ya pili, apologize. To ignore your maneno. Ya tatu, we impeach you. Tuna collect signatures. Uende nyumbani. You cannot serve the government of Kenya yenye unalima kila siku.
Kubwatekana no kubwatwa kwa mwana ya serieta Leslie Muturi Osoro ni gakana yuna otebabuna momuro yuni ganyoretwe na mariogo yogotindia.
Ati yo maneno namna hii, sani yako anashikwa akifanya ukora, unasema ni abduction. Na wewe sani yako alipatikana kwa baa na vitu zingine za kufuta sijui nini, akashikwa. Fundisha mtoto wako maadili bwana.
Omochifu ipunigo boigabo lya bantu ko morai bwensi William Ruto libaga elia bakorera bakenya emirimo wigo nigate babuna alionse Ruto akorera bakenya na barabe yokogecha kurinde nase obuya bwense.
For a president to bring change, lazima sometimes that change ikwe painful. When the president talks about the universal health coverage, lazima Osoro akatwe pesa mingi kuliko wewe. Allow him to work. Be patient. Amekuwa ofisini only 2 years. Wacha ajipange pole pole.
Osoro nigo bona abuligesa kukyumugusi goswa serikali me asaine kiri abantu buna monto ondetayo kurwa sorogongo rwagusi urache kubulia ekero kyuburayi bwense na indaire.
Uroche ga bemigira se serikali no barime. Bona ego kweminja nga yogochi. Na babori the other day. Wo kweminja nga yogochi. Etu agatameire ogere. Bono iga achire mo inabo kera tu atora state logiga na obarenge mutuali maikaranzite e president kego de koigora kene no bare intunga itogochi mwana watenga se itoga ondeta yose itoga ondeta ko boli kura bochi o president monta bangaina namba munya ukona ngo boli bare to agambe na bali ko bolia asoria mbeo mbabuga nani siasa etata ras moyo karakari na kamubuko na kene nani takio kamubuko bosa otu omanya gotumia to kama mogoko abantu gosemba bategerera abantu banje tebe ase balwara kiyoka no yenye murwari no mwikarase galio ere byago sere bobe ono ro mubuko obegete ko boko mubuko obegete ingite mubuko ikiaga oso yo ko boko iguro oso yo ko boko oganyo be president ya Kenya siasa eras mo beka kama nweskari kali boardroom obeka kama nweskari no mubuko go chore bya abantu mako kwena mabioke ku chimoto asa bono yo muntu umugwano yoro nega asien kongo musa ya tomo support ko sento kore tonyo le mite bionsi peta kirega.
nase chingakie checho nigatebia abarai gokorera abananchi emirimo aiga nigamurekera omugavana bwe county ya Kisii asenchera etaria ya mase yamo na nigasaba abarai gotiga kurwa chireso chigopiamo na amasie ngano amagenderero ataiyo
Muserezo musegofi ebintu ebibyete na wakati kolega cyo mako ngamia ndi kolega cyo mako ngamia tano itwa ko kolega no imokyobosi tenga mukyobosi.
Nguripotira Kisii Television kuri ase stadium ya Nyamarambe yogotoka ase bunge ya South Mugirango ase county ya Kisii Eritrean Edwin Mukaya.
All right, we hakoro ko Silvano Sosoro korwa chinsemo cha South Mugirango nero mujumba roro aiga nigakoretekera ringe kubotoka chibasari go cha sabor kukura chiskuru award 40 million. We are going to have that conversation. Kolende Frederick Ogemba gotebanga good morning from Nakuru City to Nyakeyo onkubokia chituka nkwaneli abayiboli bane Sara Ogembo na Ogembo Kirauma babe bakonyara goswaso murubiri. Asante sana maiga babere bakonyara ko yapokea mambia lero mochokoro Nyakara gotebanga good morning kuri bencho Kenya well represented. Asante sana asokunyara goswaso murubiri emambi ya lero ensa neyemo ya beire mambia bone takike yemo ya butokire igoro abona nabo tabine stariki 15 mutinyino mutanga ni mwaka no gwechiri bubere na 25. Karibu sana ase okunyara gusangana into sobwa amasomoro bere bwenyone mambe ya lero. And of course egati abiri bigendere tokokolekana ase omoroberio gose imena isiko yorgongoro busi togendere tokubikwanera ase mambe ya lero gwigwerana ntetendigereria sensemechi semi no eno kweliki asti skuru chobobundia kwa bergo kunyara kana matukabwa ngoiga boskamila songeta beta kunyara gusanga amo naboroki wakorwa ase eskuru ya Nyosia Technical ayo hamuna enda mangi na yatukunyara gukwanira tokurwa sensemendi ye studio kwire nande ase kagetari gitambe ndoke Joan Kwamboka director ne kurwa sensemendi ye studio ni yakurwa director Zzaki Kenya.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umugusi ine kwabere gukorera asenga kientambe gosini gokwarerire na gosarie nibe nyinge bono twakorentereri chiburi emechando yao wetira asenya gitari ya World Fit Health Center nigokonyora obubeni bwa bwangona obwikirano asamarwire ao buna amarwire yesukari amarwire yenda amarwire yomongo na yanda mange.
We call your prostate eno borwire bwasumbuira bagakenga abagaka sana bwe sukari, what you call the genesis of diabetes ngakiborwire bwe sukari bogo somo bero goime hypertension no borwire kramanyinga kogenda ibure somo bero walfiti itosomete chinchereza tochokorwa lya marwaire enchere ntangani itosomete ngendo nga conventional medicine yani ubonyagitari obwa kawaida itosomete ngendo nga nutritional medicine. Nutritional medicine na marioga aliakurwese endagera ya ito ya kawaida. Kwa mfano we have ntubiko amino acids, ntubwate fatty acids, ntubwate vitamins na kadhalika. Bigo tumeka esoko ya marwaire. Nchirende yagata tusomerete neka tugutumia international herbal medicine. Tugutumia marioga akurwese mete twarwaria marwaire. Igao muchito bosongo monene ntubwate clinic yeito ase nyumba ya Uhuru Plaza. Uhuru Plaza noerega igamarikiti marigiti guys wako ninyama kwali na iguru wacho bakegoroba ya gatatu erumu 307A. Ntubwate branch mu Eldoret ase nyumba ya Kogo Plaza first floor room 2.
World Fit Health Center omusani ogo wekene bwomugwenia eye Kisii TV amandegere y'umugusi. modern computers nkone bare chi electronics au abuna laptops, chi keyboards, all types of routers, chi desktops, printers, kokora bare CCTV installation, virus removal, Windows and Office installation, data recovery, networking, phone and laptop repairs. Watarerero ase nyumba ya Uhuru Plaza first floor. Kuse obakere simya se number 0705 619 602.
CCTV amandegere y'umugusi.
Eduka ya Sha Ceramic nigoja iriremeri asoko ni ebintu byobwaga kibuna marble tiles, building rods, amabati, chisimiti, PVC ceiling, water tanks, chain links, MDF boards, ceiling boards, paint, lighting bulbs, wall-to-wall carpets, power tools, instant showers, water pumps, door locks, toilets, gypsum boards, PPR boards, computerized paint, bathroom accessories, taps, tissue holder, Boygomba water kitchen sinks, general hardware, TMT bars, na Boygo aluminium profiles. Gati yebinde binge. Batarerero asomo chubo songo asamaga cha Cansons Plaza asebare nene ya Kisi Kisumo. Usoba kiresimi ase number 0703 943 972.
CCTV amandegere y'umugusi.
Eduka ya Paris Fashion Shop nebwate ebintu au byekinyangibuna chinkondo cy'abanyanyange, chi wedding dresses, pulling flowers, chi ribbons, chi balloons, smelling flowers, chi bow ties, chi tie cha kawaida, chi baskets, amone chikobi cy'abayibori gati yebindebinge. Boygon kon yabare ebintu bigotumeka chi birthday celebrations buna, chi poppers, birthday banners, sparking candles, birthday plates, nebinde binge. Mbabate boygo ebintu bigotumeka samatanga buna, casket flowers, chianga chabali bakure gati yebinde binge. Boygomba wate Christmas items au buna, Christmas trees, Christmas lights, house flowers na all types of flowers.
Okay, kwa majina naitwa Mwangi, niko hapa Kisi Town. Tunauza vitu vya harusi. Ukiwa na harusi tunakualika hapa Kisi Town, Naivas ya kitambo. Tunapashikana hapo. Kuna vitu vya harusi tuko nazo. Kuna vitu za kiwa umepata msiba, kuna nguo ya last respect tuko nayo. Kuna vitu za birthday bado tunapatikana nazo. Tunakukaribisha sana hapa Naivas, old Naivas ya kitambo. Kuna gorofa mpya hapo inaitwa Boss Farm, tunapatikana hapo. Kwa hivyo tunakukaribisha kwa nguo ya harusi, vitu zote za harusi tunakuambia karibu. Tutakufanyia ofa nzuri wakati wa Christmas, bado tunakuhitaji sababu tuko na miti ya Christmas tuko nayo. Tunakuhitaji kuja tu tuongee, tuelewane na mambo itakuwa sawa.
Watarere Paris Fashion Shop asio bisichabo chigotoka asamaga cha Boss Farm Plaza ground floor asomo chibo songo. Ose obakere simi wetera se number 0721 627 004. Paris Fashion Shop, home of weddings and flowers.
CCTV amandegere y'umugusi.
Banana Resort gotoka sebara ya Kisi Keroka nigobono ego kwari bagario kwenyorera chindagira au abuna engoko ye kienyeji chingeni chikenyeji buna chinsaga Amanagwo, Emboga, Omotere, Enderema, Gati ye chinde chinyinge. Boigon konya baro bukimo bwobori, yellow, ugali. Nagotaiba enyama yembori asura nyore eria boiled, a wet fry, amona choma. Naboigo nabokwenyorera beverages au dawa, normal tea. Erongoriye kienyeji gati ye binde binge. Onye kubwate bigani Banana Resort. Nkwena nabare obukoreri au catering services. Naboigon kurubareri bagagutwara emeyega au Chinyange, photoshoots, baby showers, birthday parties, graduation ceremonies, team building, emekutano ye kisiasa, chikwaya goshuta matera, gati ye mega yende menge, accommodation rooms amonensemo ya abana bochesera boigo ngotoka bire imeya Banana Resort.
Gitari ya HK International Medical Center nige gotoka imyomo cyobosongo nigo yakira sengenje yao nabo igo nige bwate abanyagitari bo bwato bomanyi bwigoroke gima abo bakora meremo yabo keboikeranu
inche no manyagitari iri nikemma obanyi korwa senyagitari ya HK International Medical Center irega igo mu cyito bosongo
Boigo, nyagitari ya nige bwate chi machines chingiya, echi chigo tumeka koringoria marwaire au asomobero na mariogo onsi alioraganye ase obobwene bwao.
Nabonta getoko tanga ase nyagitari ya ito nigo togokara scanning yo mubiro mogima, yani tokonyeroka so umuntu bweke songo nga full body check up. Igonta getoko tanga nigo tokorigereri korwa so motwe paka amaguru ise twarigerere the internal organs cha uchons pina kichigo function tokonyora chiri cha cell function abnormal twako amariogo
amaroire bakorwaria ngamona diabetes gose oboroire bwe sukari high blood pressure oboroire bwe chinyigo gose kidney asthma arthritis brucellosis infertility in men and women hormonal imbalance family planning uterine fibroids oboroire bwe stroke prostate enlargement stomach ulcers chi allergies cancer
nonye no mochando bwa maino amaina ali yako na gusumbwa nto bwata mariogo ya maino nto bwata maro mariogo ya marwaire emeki eri tichete emeki ngo tichere ya chikore nto bokongwa senkoro igonga mariogo ali yago tichore emeki gosako igore emeki yagera manyinga tarabu yanto nyabwate nto bwata mariogo ali yago akorusia machando yechi joint chiri chikobuga borwaire bori tokorokanga osteoporosis na boro buno borwaire bochandeta abantu baito na boro bwa mariogo na arororo nkorigereri tole nonye na mangana respiratory system abantu barokonyora egekuba kiabo takonyara gutire getiro
epilepsy na boigo amaroire andamange
na inda mariogo ya nigo tokonyarusia ase chinse cheisikobu na bono USA mariogo na ali tokorusia stokoroka Los Angeles California eyere ni USA na inde nkorustora mariogo anda ase chinse chiri tokorokanga Malaysia ayande nkorware India na ayande nigo tokonyarusi China
asa mange bakiresimi ase number 0717176383 HK International Medical Center. Your health is your wealth.
Eye KCTV amandegere y'umugusi.
Alright, ambia mwana okegima wanchomo ligererio KCTV ogendrete kubwatia murobere bwenyoni karibu naende tobeto kunyara kugendra gusanga sobwamo of course egati yali mina bere kunyara kwariganire negati yali bere kunyara gukorekana ime na isiko yorongorwa gusensa mone ya kabere yuere enyoni ya magazeti asimbwate gazeti ya The Daily Nation bwate gazeti ya The People Daily amona Taifa Leo tukunyara kuligereria ekekero boritas chinsa mocha magazeti ayo kulende Walter Yoba kutoka Embakasi nisha kuona uko ndani. Mochokoro Nyakara na akore Frederico Gembo na akore Kwambi Sly nisha kucheck na banda bange bali babiri bakunyara gutuma chujumbe ninchikunyara gucitira se kagitari gitambe kurende asa magazeti ga of course muna mwategereire ekyo nigo chiaringe chinkwana chiae akorokwa nga omo waziri gose Silvano Sosoro anene munegori okurusigwa bisi kwa mturi oyinaro berega konyara kuira neri by the way gentara kunyara gusanga emambi ya lero ekiaberega konyara kuira neri korende tokogenda bakase chinsemo chiria cha South Mugirango asegetikia Nyamarambe abwasirit kuri igoro omojumbe bwe chinseme cha Silvano Sosoro abeta kunyara guikerana ase egetie kia bwasaringe kubatoka chibasari gucha saboro kigwa anemana kurwasi skuru skuru yaba muraya kisi skuru ya kadinotunga mone skuru kadinotunga mosocho amona kereri girls negati skuru chabe chikunyara konyoria ekekenene ase esame kunyara kubatoka chibasari echuchiaringe ange billion emerongene aboroki au nigo babere bakunyara gusabwa baba kunyara kugenda nechisemi na bwasi babete bakunyara gwakirwa ngambi yamono aso kunyara gukora bya asensemeyo none gochinga kichecho nigo mabungo yibo tinsemo cha South Mugirango Silvano Sosoro abeta kunyara gusegeta ogoswase chiskuru cyo bundi abwasa abeta kunyara gusaba aborokia amona aborokiwa kunyara gukwanira amona abayiboli kunyara kuira abana baba chiskuru cyo bundi ekupami ba kunyara konyora chikosi cha magoko ekira kunyara kubakonya asobogima bwabo bwa muto tiga turanyara kunyara kuboti orguna rwabetero kunyara kwalika ni bene na Polinari Zakama
Bunenjera ya mayo gusira chisemia se county ya South Mugirango nigo mujumbe bwe bunge yo omoske Silvano Sosoro oyuba igoro mu chifu guipase bunge nene ya Kenya habwatu kachi scholarship jeche siringe chimilioni ya merongene uchi saboro kigweri bwe yemo chimisano na isatu bechi sekondari ubakurwa chigwadi ao je bunge yo
ya school fees ya watoto wetu wa Mugirango ndio hii.
Scholarship ichi chabwatuka kuchase chiskuru abarikyo bagosoma nigo bagochigocengera gosoma kwa busa batari wakana na yonyene siringi chinga chiskuru yaba mura ya kisi niri yaba mura ya kadino tunga nabo igeri yaba iseke ya kereri chenyolereshe nene ya keki yo
wakati huo sijui kama saa hii msinishi katika hii sub county yetu siku hizi Mungu amewasaidia mmoja kwa function ya mahali nilikuwa napeana pesa ya shule
kukwanero musangiririkano yibwa abayiboli aborokigwa aborokia na baigo abobisa serikali nigo musikosorate bo murubiro yubo kwena na chipasari na baigo chi scholarship ogosegeta na gusira aborokigwa bali bakorwa chinka chitari kwenyara.
Tuligundua kwamba wakati niliingia uongozini wale watu ambao walikuwa napata ama wako na degrees hapa walikuwa wachache sana. Wachache, you could actually count, especially the girl child. So wakati niliuliza nikafanya uchunguzi nikapata the reason why watoto wengi hawasomi ni kwa sababu wanakosa hela za kwenda shuleni.
Oigo niga Bible bebunge yuba kuchikotorwa umusigo bogwa kane school fees kucha saboro kigo bali babo bagasoma chidai school chingake mujumbu yalire yo guchikokonya chiskuru asaranyare.
Tumeanza program ingine na nitaalika education stakeholders. We want to make our day schools in South Mugirango free. Tunaendelea kuharmonize tujue students ni wangapi. Unaingia kwa shule kazi yako ni kununua uniform na unaingia shuleni. Nilikuwa moni yangu nilifungua zile madarasa na nikawaongezea another 5 million wanajenga zile madarasa mpya. That is moni yangu. Tunaendelea kujenga Nyamondo secondary ile gorofa kwenda juu. Kebabe tunawapelekea 2.5 million this very week.
Omosko soro ninga bolira basayikwelikia asechitivet na kwenyorera amaigoli ya magoko na boigo kulika bagotwa somoro buli bobo bwenia osha na kubakanera.
Yago ikaranzaga kuruma mpaka marogo banga nesi myobwate. Ikaranzenka nesi myobutara nero obigete chi yafoniga ukuna kuonjoka na para ngabo nayo maete. Ngasi yaono kanya kwa WhatsApp na Facebook nga yarebe home. Sijui home. Nayo olengo utabuga dikende. Gose mwana to gaje. So aga tugwakanire technical course obe plumber. Obe mechanical. Obe kendo siko konya mwao. Tutawatangazia early next month. Tunataka kuregister wa mama na wazee wakongwe kuanzia miaka 60 ama 55 thereabout. Next month tunataka kuwalipia medical scheme ya SHA. Unaingia hapo, sisi tunakulipia. Wewe unaenda hospitali unatibiwa, unaongoja maisha yako.
Ukorera nigo mujumbo sorate babunegesa kukyo mugirango nigo kyanyaribege kwirana maiga ase chinga kitsintambe bono chinga kyabenekira abamenyi abo na nachikomesie county yo na magenderero.
Kama hii mwaka niko na 200 million shillings ya kuweka stima. We are doing 78 villages last mile power connectivity. Tunaanza Monday. Hii Monday, kesho kutwa tunafanya 78 villages. Ile challenge tulikuwa nayo ya pesa za barabara tumeikwamua. Contractors wamelipwa this week. All contractors wa barabara za lami wanarudi on site zile barabara zetu.
Ku reporter ya KCTV Ncheria Tanaporinaris Akama.
Alright, ambia mono kegima Apolinaris Akama so kunyara gutwariganeria oroboti oruo ase enchera yoboikerano yonkoro ase chinsemo chia South Mugirango aboro kigo abete bakunyara kubwato kiruchi basari chibesa chitarinke bono nabana batigarite tukobwata ebitabo kurende mwancho murigererio KCTV asensemo yo kunyara gosemia aboro kigwa babi bakunyara gwesokya na kunyara goerikia se chiskuru chobobundi nige skuru ya Nyaore technical yabire kunyara kubwatira namone county ya Kisii aso kunyara kubwatokana barabo bokonyi bwechi basari bwatira ase ebengi ya KCB. Apolina Camila ongeta kunyara wekera nase skuru yo abasomwali bomonene gwe skuru yo abere kunyara gwesokya na kunyara go semia abaiboli amona abana ko bakunyara ko swase skuru yo anemona borgo kunyara kwerikia so kunyara chikosi cha magoko nego babere bakunyara kwenekere gwo muna nigo chi school fees chira kunyara ko ba cha magulinse kigima no bosemi nigo se chisemi chira kunyara ko bachibirengo bigoro abasa borgo abo barach kunyara ko etenenera sensemo ye chisemi haroboti oruo na mange kere Camila sabeta kunyara kurwarigania senchera yoboikera
Chinga kia serikali ya Kenya Kwanza egenderete neganga yogosegeta abantu bekegori yonsi kwegera achikosi chobobundi ritukoria rere skuru yobobundi ya Nyaore kubasa na serikali ya county ya Kisii na KCB Foundation nigo yarigania barokigwa bechikosi au ase skuru yo
asama reta nengoro ku Steven Karanyaundi nguru ase skuru ya Nyaore Oikiraboniga. We were sponsored by the county government of Kisii under the with the accompaniment of the KCB Foundation. So lero ni wantu nomo komo nene asengenjo ya KCB Foundation ya lenga ntu bali tsabe successful kwenda uchi university tigatonyo haraka baga ito nto sase kosi chigachi amaboko cyangwa to gocho kwekonya
asenkwana yeye maseye mona Edwin Mugambi oyoro morakerio mona gwe skuru yo ni gwagotwerera yaiga.
My name is Edwin Mugambi. Mimi ni mwalimu principal mkuu wa shule ya Nyaore Vocational Training Center. Hapa we give skills to students ama to anybody who requires to have skills. Kama hii ukiangalia most of our institution around hivi 80% of the institution iko built internally by the students who work here. So you can see whatever they are learning, they are practicing it directly here before they move out kwenda huko nje. So the other thing about skill-based education is that a skill will be able to feed you up. Once you acquire a certain skill, it will help you. So haufai kusema ati ni wenye walianguka ama hii ni walifanya hii. Skill is important for every single individual.
Ogo tanyore grade yo kogende university tali oromori wobugima abarikigwa aho ni go bagendetse kwenyora maigeri yo bobundi ayurabe yengenchi mono asebare asama tukabosio.
Nikiwa high school nilikuwa natamani kwenda university lakini si succeed. Sasa nikaona baada ya kukaa nje ili nienda nitafute kitu ya kufanya kama hii ya electrical, ilikuwa my passion. Sasa nikaamua kuingia tu institute hapa Nyaore nikisaidie kimaisha.
Komenta na yue abarikigwa boni go bakorera buna gasite yorengeto mwana mu murago so mwana munyaroka sebone amate yonsi yaborigwe ngo so yani chigasi chionsi
kitengeneza mbao wasichana hii kosi ya masonry si wanaume peke yake, pia wasichana wanaweza fanya na ni kosi nzuri, kuna pesa.
Ni wako nje advice watafute course wafanye, juu huko nje hakuna kitu watasaidika. Baada ya kuibia watu waende shule wafanye course yoyote inawasaidia kimaisha.
Ninawaambia wale ambao wako huko nje, at least wasikuwe wanakaa tu huko nje idle, wakuje tu shule wasome, watapata tu kazi yao yenye inawasaidia.
Egati abo kigwa bali banyortso gosirwo ni gobane Kwamboka kigima na gwakambuya mono ase serikali ya county ya Kisii na KCB Foundation ase ganga yabo yogosira chisemi.
I appreciate KCB Foundation with the government of Kisii County, which is led by Simba Bola Alati. Kindly, I take this time to appreciate for what you have done to us. We were men, we were around 1,001 students who were sponsored by the KCB and the Kisii County Foundation to fill us courses which give us skills to be great people in future.
Kuripotera Kisii Television kurigase bunge ya kitutu chache South Meye County ya Kisii, Eriane Kamilas Ongeta.
Alright, mbia mono Kamila Songeta asokonyara gutwariganiria oroboti oruriki abana ase chiskuru chobobundi nere uzumbe babere bakonyara gwetie mambia rero. Alright, tuganyereta abageni baito bakonyara gochase studio bantebiringa abaisire gwikagaiga tugochakane gazeti ya The Daily Nation tuchikonyara kurigereria kekeire oboritas chinse muche magazeti ito emambi ya rero. Of course gazeti ya The Daily Nation nero nkonyara gochakanero emambi ya rero. Abwase egati abiri bikwanire move sets him on a coalition part with the state. Muturi spills the beans. Ase gazeti jiga abautebanga Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi yesterday took the abductions nightmare right to President William Ruto's and the National Intelligence Service doorstep, alleging that NIS abducted his son in June and only released him after a call by the head of state at his insistence. Epeji ya kane no roboti oruo rubekire asenchera yobo ikerano. Mama uchabateba, I had the president ask Nurdin Haji if he was holding my son. Nurdin confirmed that indeed he was holding my son, and the president instructed him to release Leslie immediately. As a gazeti egedukebere kunyara koreta hisia tofauti anemono egatia barai baria bare inse yoborai gose serikali ya Kenya Kwanza abwasa bange babo babere bakunyara kuganinga Justin Muturi asenyencho ya the recent blow abere gakunyara kugikere serikali anemono igoro ya okobeka mateka kwa basai negabona abere gakunyara gusabwa kwerusia abisi wango igobetega okunyara gukwana unatwategerera chinkwana chiae no mujumbe bw'ichinsemo chia South Mogirango. Alright, tukutigara bado se gazeti jiga kando kidogo gabu niko bakwanira the best and the worst counties sekiri bakotebanga performers and laggards. Alright, let us see the top 10 counties, best performing counties. I don't know, I'm laughing, Jamani. Okay, the best and worst counties. The top 10 fastest growing counties. Number 1, Marsabit. Number 2, Tana River. Number 3, Nakuru County. Number 4, Kajiado. Number 5, Nairobi County. Number 6, Isiolo. Number 7, Lamu. Number 8, Samburu. Number 9, Turkana. Number 10, Uasin Gishu. Those are the top performing and fast growing counties. Now, the laggards nabobaro kirego as a gazeti at the Daily Nation. Well. 1, Embu ya Sisiri Mbarire. 2, Elgeyo Marakwet. 3, Nyamira County ya Musikibo Binyalibo. Number 4, Bungoma County. Ken Lusaka kumenda vipi? Number 5, Kisii County. Really now, yani ebo chase list, but that is why I'm laughing. Like Kisii na Nyamira na Utira tuchua teninga. Okay, hata Kericho haiko hapa. Sasa lende sinitafute wenye vita wengi, hata Meru haiko, which seems wako pale katikati. They are improving and they are slow at the same time. All right, number 6 Garissa County, number 7 Nyandarua, number 8 Migori County. Aya, Ochilo yako. What is happening? Aya, Vihiga County, Otichilo, aya. Na Bomet County na Chibekiregabo as the slowest growing counties. Aki, for how long, by the way, county chagusi tutajiembarrass namna this way? For how long are we going to embarrass ourselves this way? That always sisi kitu inahusu bottom tuko tu hapo. Ndio yani tutarabe kwa sekere gusatabe ku top those who are not doing development. Acha nyinyi simuturumie. Epeje 12 ne epeje 13 na roboti robekire. TSC to deploy primary teachers to junior high. The Teachers Service Commission TSC has started the process of deploying thousands of teachers to teach in junior school amid the shortages facing public institutions. TSC has invited applications for the deployment of primary school teachers to teach in junior high, saying those qualified will be upgraded. However, TSC said it will only deploy teachers serving under permanent and pensionable terms in public primary schools who meet other requisite qualifications. Sepejio mwerio gari back page about 140,000 is the number of junior school teachers required in public schools according to the Basic Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang. Sense Maria Chigosori about the sports 2024 Chan draw tonight. Kenya to know group rivals in 19 nation tani. Sepejio merongeta toneyamo na mwinari kiraitu kada. Kiraitu murungi ametokea. Alright. Bakoteba and looming cabinet reshuffle epedia gatano na kabere. Alright. Muturi, what does this mean to you? Earlier today hata kabla nione gazeti I talked about maybe an incoming cabinet reshuffle. Wow. Now with Kiraitu Mirungi handshake, I don't know what is going to happen. Andrew Matunda watebanga live from 6 Salams Club Kenya noare akubwati omorobere bwenyoni emambi ya rero. Thank you so much asibali bonse bagendete kubwati omorobere bwenyoni emambi ya rero ensemone ya enyoni amagazeti ingo minyokase gazeti ya Taifa Leo iliyo tobeto kunyara kurigire yake kwanire gaiga asobwango ndo chabageni bane baikira se studio maovu ya Mungiki yanda Maina Njenga Mlima Kenya aliyekuwa kiongozi wa genge la Mungiki Maina Njenga andamwa na maovu ya kundi hilo Mlima Kenya. Halafu asepe jirimu inalikando kidogo Ateta atupia jicho mvamizi wa Juventus. Kocha alalamika kuingia sokoni wakati huu kuimarisha kikosi chake. Asensemeyo inyoranga baada ya injury ya Gabriel Jesus. Abange babere bakonyara guse Gabriel Jesus babere bakonyara gukwanira ensemo yembombwane n'imono hekere bamuligete timu ya Arsenal. Raia wahisi mfumo wa sheria hauwajibiki na sasa wajigeuza waendesha mashtaka, mashahidi na hakimu. Nchi ya wahuni. Kenya imebadilika kuwa nchi ya magenge ya wahuni wanaovamia, kuteka na kuua wakazi na kuwafanya raia kuchukua sheria mikononi, ikiwa ni pamoja na kuvamia vituo vya polisi kuadhibu washukiwa. Epejia kabere no roboti orurubekire asenchira yobo ikerano inyoranga amoncho abira kunyara gukorekana askiri kunyoranga no naba ntobabere usabanya kinyoro babere bakunyara kwimukia egetambukira samago kabo na kunyara gukora buna baganeti kagwe yatuliza hofu kuhusu chanjo tata. Waziri mteule wa kilimo na ustawi wa mifugo asema chanjo hiyo si ya lazima kwa wote. Ekerarenge kolingoli gwabo sio bwe assembly ya bulitkuligaro nyoranga yegama yere kunyara gochorwa kunyara kubabu no mwaziri gobolemi amo no bolendi gwetu wemense ya Kenya negatebete buna ondetayo rach kunyara kobetereri gwa kwa engombe yae gose etugo yae kunyara kobetwe chanjo eyumura bwensabwa kunyara gukwanira na kunyara gutenene bintu aigati yabo kunyara gutumeka amoyo ataranyara gutemwase umuntu bomo na siasa goikoanse kigima egerabe ga kunyara konyori yatageteraia wana imani zaidi na wahubiri. Hali hiyo kulingana na utafiti imechangiwa na ufisadi. Ahadi hewa na kutowajibika. Peji ya gatatu. Alafu Nsali mashoga sasa kuwa makasisi, mwongozo utakaoruhusu wanaume mashoga kuwa mapadri mradi wasijamiane. Peji ya gatano na gatatu beche ya bekiregali ne ya Pope Francis. Eligere gazeti yiga ya The Taifa leo wabigo kunyara kusoma egatiyari ya bekire ase gazeti yukulende. Iyo ni kupatia tukupaumbele yaliyo patiwa nafasi katika gazeti hizi asubuhi ya leo. Alright, gazeti ya The People Daily, that is where I'm going to finish with the agony of banker after losing husband and 3 children. Peji ya kabere na roboti yorube kire asenchira yobo ikira, which is a feature story. Nyara kueligire gazeti yiga eliyobe kunyara kusoma roboti yorukulende chini kidogo. Mothers now bleach dark skin baby girls. Jameni, Modern Family. Hey, we Peje 15 kabere nyara konyororo botyoru. Abductions. Muturi upswore on Ruto in a clear sign of a man laying ground for his imminent exit from government. Furious cabinet secretary implicates spy chief in the abductions of his son during the Gen Z protest and paints president and his lieutenants as players in a grand conspiracy. Peje yakane no robotyoru garobekire asenchera yoboekerano Nsega igana araba kotebanga implicated. William Ruto no abekire gabu akoroku omo deputy governor omo deputy president bwense ya Kenya no abekire gaiga. Alright, Kithure Kindiki. Nurdin Haji no abekire gabu kando, alafu mutendrio DCI amo na yule pale mwisho ni Raymond Omolo mo PS sector yobolendi no abekire na yale mwinali kabisa. They are implicated in this story. Anemono egati ya Muturi, Justin Muturi ekerabera kunyara kugikiria abductions. Korende Ruto picks face bunge laundry ebicha ne Ali Kinyanjui former governor Nakuru William Yugakoro Konga Mutahi Kagwe oyo orengo mwaziri bobo chenu nabono rachi kunyara koba umwaziri urachi kunyara koba umwaziri bobo lemi na goroga igakoro ko William Kabogo former governor na urachi kunyara koba buna umwaziri o ICT ekerebekira netebosyo gwebunga buli kuregoro chigani chinkwana chaya nemonekere barenge kuringoli gwabo syo bwe assembly eyo abwaso yorenge kora ebikarebyo ni garenge omo nogeri gwebunge nene kurukunga Moses Wetangula.
I served in the cabinet of our late President Mwai Kibaki. That, however, will not in any way impair or affect my capacity to question him on his suitability for the job for which he has been nominated. Thank you. Now, Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, in less than 5 minutes, tell this committee who you are, your background, your education, and why you think you are suitable to hold office for which you have been nominated.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, members of the nominating committee. First and foremost, before I start, Mr. Chairman, let me just say that I want to say thank you. First, I would like to say thank you to God indeed, because that is why He is why we are here today. Secondly, I wish to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency, the President, for this appointment or nomination, which I hope will be approved by this committee. Thirdly, Mr. Chairman, I very briefly will say that, as I said, my name is Mutahi Kagwe. I was born in Nyeri County, and Mr. Chairman, if you allow, as I go along, I will give the reasons. I will tie up the reasons why I think I'm suitable for this job with my background. I went to primary school in a rural school in Nyeri, and I think that is where I started the journey to this discussion here today. Most of you will remember that in primary schools, or some of you will remember that in primary schools, we used to have
what was called the 4K Club. The 4K Club is where we started our farming. Some of us went there. And Mr. Chairman, if you remember, the 4K clubs introduced us to agriculture. And that's why I picked my talent of planting trees and so on. Mr. Chairman, in my primary school, what we did, I lived a rural primary school life where we did a lot of work in coffee. I have carried coffee on my backside to take it to the factories. First in Ishamara, if anybody knows the place, in Nyeri. We have spent our school holidays in coffee factories where we were drying the coffee beans and so on and so forth.
You know what 4K meant?
Kuungana, kufanya, kuungana,
kufanya, kusaidia Kenya.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and I was a member of that, and clearly you two are a member. Yeah, that's what it meant. And Mr. Chairman,
majority leader did know that.
Yeah.
I think he went to school when 4K was dead.
Probably. But it is one of the things perhaps we should think about reviving as we go along. Mr. Chairman, I then went to Kagumo High School, where I studied for 6 years. But in the course of my studies too, I was a member of the agricultural club in the school. And it is through the agricultural club in the school that we actually started eating eggs at Kagumo High School, because it is how we started the school poultry project. And I remember distinctly Mr. Gisheru, who was our teacher, leading that whole project, and just emphasizing to us the importance of agriculture at the time. But I was successful in Kagumo High School, and I went to the University of Nairobi, where, as you graciously acknowledged, Mr. Chairman, we were in school together, where I graduated with a bachelor's degree in commerce. And I want to talk about that commerce degree, Mr. Chairman, because a degree in commerce prepares you generally for business management. May it be the public business in public or business in the private sector. And my education was rounded enough so that in the course of my career, as I left university, in the course of my career, I have managed very different businesses, both in public and private life. I also went on, Mr. Chairman, to do a master's degree at USIU, again in business administration, a master's in business administration, emphasizing my studies more in management information systems as well as finance. Mr. Chairman, during this time, I did my master's when I was working, but I started off my working career at an interesting small place called Mashambani Magazine. Mashambani Magazine was a magazine published by trend publishers, which was about farming. And I later, in my capacity as a marketing manager of that company, closed Mashambani Magazine and replaced it with Farmer's Voice. The Farmer's Voice magazine, which I worked for, was actually the KFA magazine. Those of you who remember, the Kenya Farmers Association is the one that owned the Farmer's Voice, which I published and ran for 2 years. So again, Mr. Speaker, that's why I said the journey that I'm going to explain has gone on to attach me to this interview here today. Of course, I would never have foreseen that this was going to happen. So, Mr. Speaker, having finished my education, I went on to run Trend Publishers, which was Viva, better known as Viva Magazine. I left Viva Magazine and joined the Standard Newspaper Group as advertising manager, followed on where I rose in the group, which was then owned by Lonro East Africa, to become the commercial operations director. Following my 11 years as an employee of Lonro, I then branched out on my own to start my own businesses. And since then, That is what I have been doing in my private life.
Export market. The Honorable Dawood has mentioned street children were rounded, don't know, taken somewhere. I think it is good to say that even if they are street children...
It was alleged.
Alleged.
You remember, Lee?
Yes, it was.
That in an attempt to make Nakuru attractive and make it a city, you picked street children, some street families, put them on the trucks and went and dumped them in Embobut forest.
Mr.
That was
Speaker.
I'm saying, let me finish. Because you remember this matter came up in the Senate?
Yes.
And Embobut forest was said to be infested with hyenas and other dangerous wild animals, and some of those children were never found.
Mr. Speaker, it is extremely wrong.
I have used the word very advisedly, alleged.
I also have many allegations about everybody else. So if it's about allegations, I think we can also come up with allegations. But
I advise you not to lose your cool. Just answer questions.
It's about my integrity.
The way they are asked.
We also have
Yes,
allegations, if it's
yes.
about allegations.
Just answer questions the way they're asked. That's what Dawood asked. And I was making it clear to you because you remember this matter was in the House of Senate for quite some time. So go ahead and answer. If it is not true, even no is an answer. If you lose your cool, you will be unable to answer the next questions.
I have faced worse situations, but I just wanted to say I have my conscience, right? I can never do that. And the unfortunate thing, including at the Senate is politicians who are there. And the people who are sponsoring it today, you know, I think let's also be fair. You can't call a governor to come and answer to allegations put by their opponent who have intentions to go to an elective position, and then use that allegation later against him. If there are people, this country has the best intelligence in the region. We have never said even one name, you know? So I think let us also respect the institutions we work for. And I would say for Kenya and for posterity, the opportunity to serve in these institutions should not be personalized for gain. Because I was there, Mr. Speaker, you know, throughout that period. How come only those people are known by politicians? Which family has ever come out? So I think it's good to be fair and also respect the positions we have. So in short, Bwana Dawood, that is an act of fiction.
Bwana Chairman, I don't have any interest in Nakuru. So I'm not a politician from Nakuru. It is alleged, that's what I said. We wanted a clarification. Governor should not feel offended. Should not
Don't
feel
apologize. Lee, you know, an opportunity like this is very good for you to clear some of those things, not to feel slighted, because nobody's slighting you. You are being asked questions in good faith.
Well taken, Speaker.
Yes, Ferdinand?
He has not finished. No, he has finished.
Mr. Speaker, there was a secondary question.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
There was a secondary question
from Dawood.
From Dawood. With respect to local investors feeling slighted, and sometimes when you talk about investment, we are largely perceived to be talking about foreign investors. And I think I want to identify with that. There was a situation where some local investors were looking for an appointment with an office, a big office in government, in the county governments, and they kept on looking for that appointment for 6 months until one day they changed and said they are from another country. They got the appointment the following day. So I think we must agree. The first investors must be you and I, the people who live here in Kenya. And even if the foreigners are to come here, they will make a call to those who are already here. So good referrals mean everything. So Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, I want to agree with Dawood that a lot must be done to encourage local investment. And maybe while still on the issue of local investment, allow me to say that there's a marked difference between the attitude of Kenyans about Kenya and the attitude of foreigners about Kenya. And I think this speaks a lot to what he's saying. If you look at the investments that have happened in the country in the last 3-4 years, from GTC here in Nairobi to other major foreign direct investments coming here, it is huge, and it is a testament of the confidence in largely the country and the region, for that matter. But sometimes Kenyans are also caught up in a web of negativity. So foreigners will see what we can't see. So we need to come up together. The jobs that are being created are for us. And if the owners of